So for the last couple of weeks, I've been driving a convertible. Last week it was a Mustang, and this week is the 2025 Mercedes CLE convertible. And I thought it was going to be a great idea to discuss how can convertibles make you a better driver. Even though convertibles become less and less popular every single year, they're still one of the most exciting, unique, and engaging cars you can buy in 2025. So whether you're buying new or used, there's still lots of options when it comes to convertibles on the market. And today, as an example, we are driving the Mercedes CLE 300 convertible, and it's a luxury option when it comes to convertibles from the Mercedes-Benz. And first, we'll put the roof down to prove a point. In this Mercedes-Benz, you push this button. It takes approximately 20 seconds to do so, and you can do it up until 35 miles per hour. So I will slowly accelerate while it's doing its thing. As you can see in the rearview mirror, it stopped the procedure, and we are ready to discuss the first point. And the first reason why convertibles make you a better driver is that it makes you more present in the moment. Everyone talks about nowadays that we are not present enough, that makes us less happy, makes us less engaged in our lives. It's all about distractions when it comes to new cars. Even in this Mercedes CLE 300 that we're driving right now, as you can see, we have a huge screen on the right, which is the infotainment screen, and we have a huge screen in the middle for our digital cluster. And once you put the roof down, you are inevitably exposed to the environment. You can hear the wind, you can feel the wind, you can smell what's happening on the road, and it just gives you this exposure to all of these elements. So when you are slowing down, the sound decreases, you can hear less wind coming towards your face, and when we are going to accelerate in the moment, you can hear the sound of the engine. You can hear the sound of the turbo spooling up in this Mercedes. When I was 16 and my dad was teaching me to drive, he always told me to put the window just a little bit down on the left and on the right so I can hear the surroundings better. I can hear the upcoming cars on the left and on the right better, so I can be more aware of what's happening on the road. And just to give you a quick introduction to this Mercedes CLE 300, Mercedes used to have the C-Class convertible and the E-Class convertible, and now they came up with one single model and they called it a CLE, which is a brand new model for Mercedes from 2024. And you have probably noticed throughout this video so far that it's not very loud and it is very comfortable to drive. The steering is very light, but otherwise very precise. And you feel like you are driving a soft couch, a soft cloud, which is hovering on the road. But coming back to our point, here's the second reason for you. You are becoming more engaged when you're driving a convertible. Since we are more present in the current moment, we are also more engaged in the moment. Because again, we feel more, we're more exposed to the outside world. Your every single drive doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like something special, like an experience. Since you feel and enjoy your every single input, you care about your driving inputs more. You care about being a good driver. I have reviewed about 10 cars this year in 2025, and all of them were very isolated. All of them are inevitably more refined since they're more isolated, but I feel like it's bad for new drivers and it's bad for less experienced ones. To be more connected with the car, to be better at your inputs, I feel like the car has to give you more feedback. But when you put the roof down, as you can hear, I can feel and hear my inputs just fine. So if you are a less experienced driver, it is somewhat counterintuitive to think that you are better driving a convertible, but I think you are, because you're gonna feel more from your car. You're gonna notice your inputs more. And here is my third point. Convertibles make you happier. This chilly wind blowing into your face, every single drive becomes something that you're looking forward to. Every single drive makes you a happier person. During these 2 weeks, just like any person, I had my ups and downs. I had some moments where I felt like I was on top of the world, and sometimes I felt like I was a little bit down on my mood. So whenever I jumped into this car or the Mustang from last week and put the roof down, I immediately felt that my mood is going up and that I felt much better. It's inevitably going to reduce your stress levels. It's inevitably going to make you a calmer driver. You can smile, you can laugh, you can put some music on, you can have your beloved ones sitting with you on the right or behind you in the back seat. And speaking of the back seats, I had numerous times this week when I had 2 friends in the back seat of this car, and they were just fine. But again, back to my point. When you feel happy, if you feel happy, you become more relaxed. Your decision making is better. And again, it's a great recipe to become a knowledgeable, calm driver, which is what we want. But going back to our list, here's number 4 for you. Better speed perception and hence better self-regulation. I think it's pretty obvious for most people who are going to watch this video that when you are exposed to the outside world, when you're driving a convertible, you can perceive the speed better. And actually, when I'm going 50 kilometers per hour in this car, it feels like I'm going 70. And when I go 70, it feels like I'm going 90. Since you hear more wind and you feel more wind, it feels to you like you're going much faster. And why is it good? You don't have to go as fast to have fun. You'll have less troubles when it comes to speeding tickets. And overall, when you're driving slower, again, you're a better driver because you are less of a risk to other people. And even if we talk about the CLE, if you buy this car in a coupe form or you put the roof down, you don't feel and hear as much. So it could be dangerous to go on the highway and feel like you're going, let's say 60 miles per hour, but you're actually going 75 or 80 because you don't hear anything. And it gives you this one more dimension apart from reading your speedometer of how fast you should be going. So let me talk about the next point, which is better spatial awareness. When you are driving a convertible, there's no B pillars. There's no C pillars. There's nothing obstructing your view, which is what we want to become a better driver. We want to have as much visibility as we can possibly have. I feel like I spend more time and energy to be more defensive, to leave more space in front of me, behind me, on the sides, to speed less, to make sure I'm avoiding every single hazard on the road. And I feel like it's making me a better driver because I'm more aware of what's happening. And as you can see, we're getting some rain because we're living in Vancouver. And I'm going to demonstrate to you the great thing about convertibles. Let me slow down a little bit. And I will put the roof up. So even the bad weather cannot ruin your nice drive. Because in a matter of, in this case, 20 seconds, we're cozy and warm with the roof up. It's actually very convenient, so I can show you the difference in sound isolation when you have the roof up or down in this Mercedes CLE. But This is another advantage of a convertible. You can drive it with the roof down when it's nice and sunny outside, and when the weather is not nice, you just put the roof up and you feel like you're driving a normal car. And if you're someone who is watching this video and you have never driven a convertible before, I would encourage you to do so, because it will change how you view cars. It will change how you view driving. If you feel like driving feels like a chore and makes you feel nervous and anxious, please give it a try. And I also know that not everyone can afford to have one of these in their lives. Some of you have families, some of you have kids, so you have to have something practical. And convertibles are usually not the most practical vehicles, obviously. And even if you're single and you have a partner but no kids, and you want to have something in your life that brings you fun every single day and brings you a smile onto your face, I think you should buy one of these. And I'm not just talking about the CLE, but you can buy any convertible. It will do. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. And as always, stay safe out there, keep enjoying the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.